Well, last week on our toy review show, we had Spider come in and tell us about the Boba Fett action figure. Come on down to Gods and Monsters if you'd like to order that. This week we have Mouse. He's got Rocket Raccoon and what I want to say looks like Legos, but you're probably going to correct me on that, aren't you?
Yes, this is not actually Legos.
Looks like Legos.
They taste like Legos. What?
It is a... Yeah, they do taste like Legos. This is a third-party Lego set by a company called Decool. They don't make very many buildable set figures. They mostly make the minifigs. They have hundreds and hundreds of minifigs. Essentially, the entire Marvel superhero line you can get as a Decool minifig. Mm-hmm. This one is actually a recreation of what was a Lego Lego Comic-Con exclusive. So this was a Lego set, mm-hmm. but you could only get, they made like 100 of them for Comic-Con.
Oh, really?
And people didn't really want to stand for that, so Decool started creating this.
So how did you get yours?
You can just get them on eBay.
Oh, okay.
$35.
Okay. And we were going to put together an awesome montage of you building the thing, but what happened?
I have misplaced because...
Oops.
Well, usually with my Lego sets, which I have a bunch of, I put the instructions back in the box, and I put the box in a bigger box where all the boxes live.
And here it comes.
This did not come with a box.
Oh, okay.
The auction said it came with a box. It showed me a box, but it did not come with a box.
Oh, shit.
What just happened
my
there?
GoPro.
Oh, no.
Are we still good?
So, let me think about it. We still got this.
Hit that one.
All right.
That's charged.
This has been charged.
I'm taking a slight timeout.
Glad I charged that. We'll go quick because I know that one's only going to have like 20 minutes left, but that's all right.
I want one of those dragon breaths. It sounds delicious. I just probably shouldn't drink any more.
You've had 3.
You want to try it?
Nope.
I do not.
Nope. I'm gonna do better.
What's happening?
I'm going to put it on that tripod. So I want it to be low to the ground
all
this
right.
one is.
Okay.
You should definitely let them know the price of that thing would run if it were official. And about how the quality is actually better, at least. I wish you had brought Groot along with them, too.
Yeah, I forgot Groot.
Fully charged.
The quality isn't actually...
The quality, maybe not.
But weren't you using it for the first hour, too?
Yeah.
The entire hour, yeah.
What about
Yeah,
Rocket?
so...
Rocket is good.
We'll just continue right where we left off here.
Oh, I see. There's dimpling.
Yeah, there's dimpling, and then like some of the pieces sort of aren't as...
Uh-oh, somebody's yelling over there.
Aren't as tight.
All right, we're going to hit record.
And
then
action.
I'm going to do the flash again because I don't want to have to try and mix it.
Oh, yeah.
Good, that battery charged back up. Hang on a second. I'm afraid I'm going to cut off. All right, it's rolling. I'm just going to do camera flash real quick.
Got it. Here we go.
Thank you. Okay, we're just going to continue on. Go ahead and pretend like we never stopped at all.
All right, so yes, he did not come with a box. The eBay, you can only get these on eBay. They do not have an online shop. They have a Facebook and an eBay. That's about as far as you get.
Did you know that going into it that there was not going to be a box?
No, it looked like there was a box on the eBay auction.
surprise.
I'm not super upset about it. It's not that big a deal, but I did lose the instructions because I didn't have the box to put it in. I may have stuck it in one of my other boxes. I don't remember. But, I mean, the quality of the toy itself is comparable to Legos, not perfect. Some of the pieces are a little bit loose. This pops off relatively easily, both of these. But the rest of it is pretty solid. This piece pops off relatively easy as well.
Now, you said something about them being a part of a set?
No. What they do is they don't make very many like Lego sets where it's the build a vehicle or a house or
Decool.
something else.
Yeah.
Decool doesn't. Mostly they do the minifigs, which
That guy is cool.
are very the Decool minifigs are spot on. They are very, very nice. They have a little bit of a different setup. Instead of the little round pegs that come on most Lego guys, they have these weird little flat things.
Now, they still interact as normal with the parts are still interchangeable with official Lego merchandise.
Yeah, I could take
kidding.
these
Good, I'm glad you
legs
mentioned
off and
that.
stick them on a normal
cool.
Lego minifig if I wanted to. It would work just fine.
And
Or I
what-
could put Rocket's Lego legs on Rocket's body,
You
like
can't
the
put
Lego
box.
legs. Huh?
They tampo the backs instead. Lego doesn't like to tampograph
Oh,
images
yeah.
on the back.
Oh, they've started doing that.
They've started
on
doing
the, on the mystery packs,
Yeah.
the figures you get in there are very detailed. They're very
Must
awesome.
be because they're standalone.
Yes,
Put a little more into
they
them.
put a lot of detail into the entire figure. So these are more more modeled after their mini, the mystery packs that you get for the Lego minifigs now.
Now, the company that made this, the Rocket Raccoon and the ship, did they make anything else for Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh yeah, they
man.
have a Groot, which I did not bring
It
with
was a
me.
softball question. I was just throwing it out.
Yeah.
Groot. The Groot is way better than the Lego Groot. He is a big fig, what they call. He's about this big, and he looks like a big Lego figure. He's got like big movable arms and stuff, whereas the Lego's Groot is like you have to build him, and he looks all awkward and strange and has these claws, and it doesn't really look
miscolored pieces and things. He's a kit that you build instead of a
Minifig.
figure, instead of a character.
And it's neat in theory, but it's a poor execution
Plus
of
he's
Groot.
like this tall.
Yeah, he's super tall.
Oh,
When
wow.
you put him next to Rocket, it's like it doesn't make any
Not
sense.
to scale.
Whereas
That's
the
not-
big
that's
fig
not
is,
Lego,
about this big, so it's still not perfect to scale, but it's Lego scale. It looks fine.
It's gorgeous. Maybe we got to bring it on a different time because
I might bring it on
Yeah.
to mention on the next one.
So
you
with,
have,
with the
it's
directions,
still got movable wings like
cool.
the original
Now, that's
one did.
very cool. With the directions, how long did it take you to build?
It's a pretty simple build. It took about 15, 20 minutes.
Okay,
at
15 or
most.
20 minutes for
I
the
was
average
watching
adult.
Rick and Morty at the same time. So.
Oh, multitasking. All right.
Morty, I'm building Legos. Leave me alone.
By the way, if you haven't been watching season 2,
Yeah.
it's good God, it's getting so messed
Scott,
up.
Yeah.
at the
Where-
Tampa Bay Comic Con,
How
they
are you
played
watching
season
it? Where
2.
are you?
YouTube.
No, it's on now. I'm DVRing season 2 right now because
Yeah.
it's on
What? Where? Wow.
Comedy
They're,
Central.
they're
No,
like,
Adult Swim.
They're 4 episodes deep. man.
Adult Swim.
You gotta realize that people just
God.
upload them on YouTube, so
See,
you
I'm-
could just
Yeah.
you could just go to on YouTube.
They-
I'm Hulu. I don't-
The creators also don't give a crap, and
Yeah.
they'll practically put the whole episode up on,
I love
Reddit.
it. That's awesome.
The
Okay.
creators were not at the Tampa Comic Convention, but they had a convention room set up. They played the entire season 1 and the first 2 episodes of season 2. They must have gotten them from somewhere.
I'm
but,
thirsty for it.
Yes. It's-
So-
It gets so messed up.
Would you consider is this a set that you would consider gluing together as a toy?
No, I would never do that to my Legos.
Oh,
I do not do that with my Legos
I'm
because
sorry.
I
I
like
didn't know it was offensive.
I like to take
Did you
them
see the Lego
apart and
movie?
rebuild them.
What the hell's wrong with you with the gluing? You need to see
Yeah,
that movie to
the-
know that
the-
gluing is
I'm
wrong.
sorry. I'm
Gluing
sorry. I don't know.
Legos is
Super
just,
gluing is what the
just
dad did.
bad.
Just
but
don't
yes,
let other people touch them.
Right.
if you look at these, like most Legos, each of these little pegs has the Lego logo on it. They're dimpled in some places. It's not like perfect. This piece, if I can get it off here, has like, which camera do I show it to?
This one's looking at you the whole time, so you're fine.
Can it zoom in? I want it real close.
Yeah,
Here.
it's pretty good.
If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it. It's got like a scuff mark on it where
I
you
see.
would never get that
Nice.
on a Lego.
Legos they can afford to throw out 100,000 units because they weren't like factory perfect. All these bricks came out with dimpling. Oh, this brick is slightly. So
I
they can
see.
they
Yeah,
can
yeah.
afford to have perfect QC. Decool, I would not be surprised if it was like an old manufacturing facility overseas that Legos used once.
Yeah.
And they just have the chops and the know-how to produce them, and it's like 5 guys.
And the QA guys like ship it.
Yeah, they can't. They literally can't afford to waste the plastic by
Yeah.
tossing.
And
it.
is that part of the charm of the toy? Is that you have these imperfections?
No, not really. For me, if Decool started producing Lego sets that were currently in production by Lego, I would not buy the Decool set. I would buy the Lego set because I'm guaranteed the Lego quality. I'm guaranteed the Lego brand, which I prefer as a collector.
Yeah, but they don't have they don't have how do I put they don't have the I guess the research to create these very, very niche market sets.
They
Is that-
actually do. Lego has been
Well,
coming
then
out with
why don't
all
they?
sorts of. Well, that's what Lego Ideas is for. There's a whole website called
Tell
Lego
us a little bit
Ideas.
about Lego ideas.
Essentially, anything that you can think of and you can build with a Lego,
Mm-hmm.
you can submit it. If it gets 10,000 votes, they will produce it well, they will review it, and if they can get the licensing for it, will produce it. That is where the Ecto 1 came from. That is where the DeLorean came from. We're getting a Golden Girls set, most likely, from it.
What? Golden Girls?
Golden Girls Lego set.
Explain that.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yes, it comes with all 4 girls, the kitchen, and the
That's
living
it.
room.
I'm out.
Ma, where's your purse?
We also
It's right
are
here.
getting, like, we're getting a lot of really cool sets from Lego Ideas. That's the whole point of it, is to bypass their, because they have limited resources with their master builders. So they bypass that with the Lego Ideas, and if you get 10,000 votes, you have over a year to get these votes as well. It's not
Awesome.
like, here, get these votes in a couple of weeks. You have about a year and a half to obtain these votes.
I feel like with the internet, 10,000 votes is just
Scratching
a
the
matter of put it out there.
Sure.
Well, yeah. However, the community the Lego community is actually quite good about it. If they don't like the set, they just don't vote for it.
Wow.
So the really good sets seem to always rise to the top.
Okay.
I do want to do a review of the Lego DeLorean because
That would be cool.
that one is a little bit of a failure in my eyes. It's a cool set, but it could be so much better. Like, about 6 months after they released it, someone built a way better build of it, and it didn't get approved simply because they had already made the one that they did.
It was too late.
Yeah, it was too late.
So looking back at this, is there anything you would change about this or the I was going to say the box that it came in?
The design is actually exact to the Lego set that it was modeled after. It's just the reason I have this is because the Lego set it was modeled after is impossible to find. I will never ever find it unless I want to pay like $1,000 for it or more.
You brought up, and before we glide past it again, you asked like what the allure of the Decool sets is, and we could talk about third-party toys another time with some probably some broader examples here and the whole controversy surrounding them. But the allure of the Decool sets, if you want to buy the Ecto 1 with the 4 Ghostbusters in it, it's $58-$60.
Yes.
Lego sets have always been like that. Every time I've kind of got a wild hair at my butt to maybe entertain going into the aisle and picking up a Lego set, I walk in, I look at the price tag on a Lego kit, and I leave. There is...
the Ecto 1 was like $50. The Milano was $70. But that's a huge set.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the price on the Legos sets are sometimes quite high. It's hard to break into unless you're a committed collector. Decool, at least, now they've got a lot of work to do on their construction sets themselves, but when it comes to the minifigures, what you were essentially getting is, well, the Ghostbuster set. You can buy just the 4 Ghostbusters from Decool, and they will be higher quality with more tampagraphs, or comparable quality with, again, more paint applications and tampagraphs on them. And the set of the 4 of them is what? Like...
It's like $25.
Are you talking about just the minifigs?
Just the minifigs.
Just the minifigs of the Ghostbusters. To the credit, though, the Legos minifigs of the Ghostbusters have... The cool ones are pretty much just exact recreations of. They have the tampagraphs all around and everything on them.
That was the first draw a year or two back when Decool first hit the market. Was when you go and get Lego Spider-Man, you get his eyes and a little bit of a spider pattern, but when you get the Decool one, he's completely covered in his webbing, which is something that Legos won't often do.
And they also do figures that Lego doesn't even touch, which is another, like, my draw to Decool is to get the figures that I can't get in Lego, or I can just get their version of one, like MODOK. I can just get the Decool one that comes loose instead of having to buy a huge set of Legos just to get the MODOK figure that I want, because I don't want the rest of the set.
Okay.
I just want MODOK.
So, would you say that Lego likes to conform to their minifig? They have a minifig set. I mean, obviously the head comes out round and stuff like that, and then they just print what would look like.
They've actually been going crazy with what they're doing with their minifigs. The mystery ones, are just
Oh,
they
yeah.
have weird heads. There's
Hot dog man.
There's one in a hot dog suit,
What?
and it's got a whole hot dog suit that
What?
puts over a Lego man. They have a Yeti where his head is like furry and has a big beard, and that's the head that goes on there. And it doesn't have like they used to just do the little like round head.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you have a helmet type thing that goes over top of it.
Yeah, and that's when I was a
not
kid.
like that anymore.
When I was a kid, the best you could hope for was a policeman,
Right.
who would wear a hat, and
Yeah.
then sometimes you would have a motorcycle rider who would wear a little helmet on
helmet.
top of his
Yeah.
little head.
Right.
Not anymore. They're doing stuff just like this where you get a big piece of the head
Yeah.
and it just goes right on that peg. 'Cause this is exactly what the Lego figure, the minifig was that came with this set.
Mm-hmm.
That was the actual Lego minifig. They just recreated it. You're getting a lot of stuff that's like that. That's just way more intricate.
Oh, his tail is a separate piece in there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's basically like Lego. If Legos produces something and the fans complain, whether it's about lack of paint applications, the overall design, the availability, or the price, if Legos doesn't jump on it and respond,
Decool will. That's
and
cool.
They will produce a comparable or higher quality set or character at a wider availability for as low a price as they can possibly make it, which can often lead to minifigs at least being a third of the price of a comparable
of some
Lego
of the
line.
rare ones.
Well, yeah, because you have to
Correct.
make new tooling and new all kinds of stuff for
To-
a new figure. Makes sense.
The thing that I like about Decool most is obviously their minifigs, and even I think they've actually driven Lego to be a little better with
Well, yeah,
their
it's competition,
of course.
minifigs.
They
They
need to,
see
yeah.
it. So
Which is a good thing,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that the Spider-Man that you get from Lego now has gone back and fixed it
Oh,
since
yeah.
Decool started doing that. And their big figs, like they make what Lego
That-
doesn't really make them except for like the Hulk,
Mm-hmm.
but they make these big figs. They're this big, like when Groot comes in, but they have the Juggernaut, the Hulkbuster,
Venom. They're doing a
Venom,
large
a
Venom in
big,
that
huge
size.
Venom, Hulk, of course, just a whole bunch of these big Lego figures,
Abomination,
and they're very cool.
The Blob. This is Decool now. Decool will go in and like Legos is like, well, maybe people don't want the Blob, and Decool's like, it doesn't matter. We're
We're going
producing
to
them
do
for
it anyway.
pennies.
That's right.
Yeah.
They have a really, really cool Flash that's way better than the Legos Flash.
And this isn't bootleg stuff. They have actual permission to create
no,
these
no,
things.
no,
yeah.
no.
this
this
is
is-
total bootleg third party.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do they get
idea-
away with that? I mean-
Well, our idea of free market capitalism and Asia's idea of free market capitalism are completely different.
Okay.
And they get away with it by not having an actual shop. You can only buy them on eBay as like a self-made thing, and they have a Facebook. They don't have a web store. They don't have a website.
Plus,
you
it-
cannot
it-
get them anywhere but eBay.
It doesn't cut in at all. Like people,
Yeah.
a big thing with third-party GI Joe and Transformers is they've gotten, at least with the Transformers, it's gotten so egregious that there's conventions that like TFCon that are almost exclusively for third-party toys.
Wow.
But
That's
people don't
fascinating.
understand that this doesn't. Everybody who wanted this set, who was going to. Who wasn't going to choke on the probably over $100.
Oh yeah, it
price
was
tag
very
for this
expensive
set.
at Comic-Con.
No
'cause
kidding.
And it's even more now on the
It's
third.
because
on
it was
It's the
rarity.
rarity?
Right.
They
Okay.
only produced about 100 of them.
Yeah.
So if you went to Comic-Con and you happened to get one, it was probably $150.
Wow.
This is people who collect Lego. They want that set, but they can't. They'll never get it, so they at least have something that they can have.
I love that, and that's one of the coolest things about this store, Gods and Monsters, is that you can see this sort of thing here. You can.
I
is
am
this-
actually
This
trying.
is for sale.
No,
here?
no. This is
Okay,
mine.
this is-
I'm trying
Oh,
to get a hold of Decool
Yeah.
Right.
so that we can carry them.
Yeah.
Besides that, we just may start getting. We're gonna try to start getting their minifigs in so that we can.
They'll sell them in bundles. Like they will literally like for pennies on the figure, you can go online and buy just like 80 different Marvel characters.
Well, it's by like sets of 10.
Is that what? How it goes?
Yeah, they'll have a huge set where there's like 80 different Marvel figures, and then they're in sets of 10. So you choose the 10 that you want, and then you pay like $9 or $6 for those 10, and they send them to you. And they have like characters that you'll never see, like the Collector. They have the Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy. They have
Benicio del Toro played him in the movie, right? The Collector?
Yes.
Tanalier Tavan, yeah.
I can't think of any other characters, but like
What about Dark Knight Rises Bane? I don't remember ever seeing him in a set. Did he come in a set?
no, but
No.
there is.
Yeah,
a Decool version.
there's a Decool. He comes in his fur coat with the flak jacket.
and he's a big fig.
Is he a big fig?
I think there's a big fig
Oh.
of him. They make the same characters sometimes in a minifig and a big fig. The big figs are usually less detailed.
You'll see a lot of it seems from what I'm hearing from DC Comics enthusiasts, they do some DC set. Legos does official DC Comics sets, but they have not yet produced a big fig.
Okay.
Decool knows this and has actively said we are working on a whole collection of big figs. Who's the purple dude with his brain sticking out? I'm not a big DC guy, so
Doesn't
Shredder.
ring a bell.
Bob, Darkseid, Grundy, Gorilla Grodd, they see an opening and they go for it. Again, their
And
idea
they seem to be thinking like the rarer, more odd the character, the better. So they'll find a really rare character and just go ahead and produce it because people will see it and be like,
Well, yeah,
oh,
because
I've
if you
never
can't-
seen that before.
If you
so I
can't
need
get
to
that character
it."
anywhere else, of course it's gonna sell,
Yeah.
and it's gonna sell for that premium price that they need to continue to create those prices
And the reason
or pieces that make sense.
Yeah, and the reason I think they can get away with it is because they're not going through and producing like Lego has its official Milano from Guardians of the Galaxy. Decool's not going to produce that.
Okay.
Decool's not going to produce the Ecto 1. They stick to the minifigs. They stick to sets that you can no longer get. Sets that were super rare like this, or they have a tumbler that is smaller than the Lego has an official tumbler, but it's like
Oh, really? It's huge.
really huge, where Decool's is just a smaller in scale to the minifigs.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
The other thing is when Legos makes a Back to the Future set, they have to pay money to
Universal.
Sure,
Paramount
to
do
get-
it.
to get the rights.
Decool
Sure.
doesn't have to do that. So
No, they don't.
Normally, when you see third party or off-brand stuff, and let's be distinct here, it's not, a third party does not mean bootleg or knockoff, not automatically. When they produce third party material, normally you're paying a premium, as you say. But to be clear here, with the Decool sets, you are certainly not paying a premium price.
No, and
You
you're
know.
getting a decent product. I mean, it's a step down from the Lego quality, but just a really tiny step. I mean, if you see this on my shelf, it looks like a Lego set. It doesn't.
I think it looks from here. It looks
awesome.
like Lego.
Yeah, it looks just like a Lego set. You only notice the imperfections when you start getting like right into it and seeing the dimples or the little scratch marks or whatever.
Well, this camera here is about to shut off. Real quick, if anybody wants to find this on eBay, what should their search word be for this?
Decool Rocket Warbird.
Okay.
It's Rocket's Warbird.
And then on next week's toy review, remind
Actually,
us
you
again
can
what you'll be bringing
even
in.
search for Lego Rocket Warbird, and this
It'll
comes
just pop
up.
up.
Yeah.
What will you be bringing us next week again for our next
I
toy
will
review?
I'll be bringing in 3-0's Dr. Doom.
And Mouse, the next time you have a toy review,
haven't
what will you
decided
bring?
yet.
Oh, we haven't decided yet. All right, a little teaser. Something else.
I may bring in the
It's a surprise.
DeLorean. I may bring in
I'd
the
love to
Milano.
see that.
I'd love to see
it.
that as well.
We should bring in even if it's just for 5 seconds, the Groot.
Oh, I'm bringing the Groot in just to show it.
Just to show
as
it off. All right.
And an addendum.
Okay. So if you want people to find us here to do this toy review or give you any opinions on what toys they'd like to see reviewed, where should they go to? Go to the Facebook page for that?
Yeah, go to the Facebook page and give a shout out to me or Mouse. And
Okay.
if you got an action figure or a replica prop or something, hit me up. If you've got a building toy or what else is in your wheelhouse that you might like to jump on.
I'm also into Transformers, G.I. Joes. I pretty much Legos and Transformers. That's what I like, but he's going to be the Transformers guy.
Okay.
I'm not going to touch
Expect
them.
to see Transformers here in the future. So look for us again next week. We'll be back here with Mouse and Spider next week for another toy review. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.